Hello, everyone. I hope you're well. I can see my guests looking all good and lovely. I'm going to be bringing you guys up very shortly. Yesterday, I forgot to actually send the last minute notification to the group. So today, I wanted to do it before we go live. So today I just want to welcome everyone and thank everyone. I can see viewers already. I just love all these early birds. You guys are amazing. I tell you, you're amazing. So we have a few people watching already. Thank you so much. Today is the last day of our live stream. We've had five, this is the fifth day. So 5 days of doing Facebook Live and teaching about Facebook groups and how you use them to monetize your business, to start, to grow, and then to monetize it, and all the benefits of Facebook groups. So before we get started, I said I wanted to say thank you to people who have invited on their own accord. They've invited people to join the group. And the list was so long. Like there were so many people. If I had to call everybody who is invited people into the group, it would probably be a whole show. So I just have 12 names. I'll quickly just call out your name without a surname. Just in case you don't want your surname called out, I'll just call your name and I'll just say thank you so much. Please DM me, or I will also DM you also and offer you. I've got like a gift for you. For just doing it for us, just supporting the community, because you've done it without me requesting, and so I want to say thank you to you. So Melissa, thank you so much for inviting a friend. Diane, who is also a guest on the call, she invited lots of people into the group. Thank you so much, Diane. Tameka, I hope I pronounced your name well. It's Tameka. Thank you so much. We've got Debbie, we've got Tatiana, thank you so much. We've got Ella, Allison, Audrey, Thomas. There's a Thomas. I was like, I didn't know there was a guy, but there's a Thomas who invited, a few people into the group. Thank you so much. And we've got Jacqueline, Micah, Mika, I think Mycaa. Thank you so much for inviting your friends into the group. There's Elena. Thank you so much. And Leslie. So I just wanted to just call out these few names because it was a long list. I was like, oh my God, if I have to call out everybody, it would be a whole show. And I also want to give a shout out to a young graphic designer. She's not expecting this. The banner you're seeing in my live stream with me standing, she did it, and I tried to pay her, but she won't take any money. She just reached out to me. I wanted to do some graphics for me, and I just want to say thank you. And so Titi Adewood sorry. I've spelled your surname. Awofolaju Titi Layo. So expect people reaching out to you now to do some graphic work for them. Thank you so much. Yeah, she won't accept money from me, and she just wanted to offer something like a gift, to support the group. And I want to say thank you so much for doing that. That's really kind of you. So today we have two guests. I'm going to bring one person up first, and I'll bring the second guest later. But it's going to be a fun evening. And our topic today is how, so we talk about that in between the call conversations, how to find a good Facebook group for business. And my alarm is going off. How to find good Facebook group for business, because it's not all Facebook groups that are good for your business. So we're going to discuss how you can find good Facebook groups for business. Okay. And one final thing before I bring my guest up is, you guys know there's a promo going on for the VIP program. Now, I just want to clarify that we don't have enough space left for to join the VIP program. And this is how and why we don't have enough space. Each month has its own quota, because I was thinking about it. If I have to, let's say 100 people wanted to join the VIP, I can't accept them, because then it will be too much in the group, like too many people promoting and sharing their offers, and who is going to see it? So I decided to kind of calculate how I want it to happen. So my calculation came up to 0.5% of the total number of people who join the group are allowed to become part of the VIP program. That means that if we have 2,000 members joining the group each month of that month, let's say August, we had 2,000 members join in August, only 0.5% of that number can become VIP members for that month in August. And then the following month, then we will have another 0.5, joining for the number of people who join the group. And I think it's a fair calculation just to make it balanced so that we don't have, somebody said they don't like groups that are like Craigslist. So we don't want a Craigslist kind of group. We want to balance it out. And I think that 0.5% of total number of members that join the group for that month can join the VIP program. So if you are thinking about it, if people have joined, thank you so much. I'll take out my time after this live stream to welcome you properly. If you're thinking about joining, we just have a few spots left for August. And I know I said the offer ends at the end of August. The thing is, if we cap the number that is allowed to join in August, whether the offer is on or not, you can't join until next month. Okay, so if you're thinking about joining, do so, get the annual membership. That's the better option. And then I will see you on the other side. So I'm going to bring up my first guest. Hello, Diane.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for inviting me.
How are you doing?
Very good, very good. I so excited, still excited from just learning so much that you've given so far.
I'm
Yeah,
happy. I'm happy. So Diane is a member of the VIP program, and she's one of the early ones who said yes to the program, even when we are just still launching out. She signed up, and I've had a few conversations with her, like via voice notes, and we've actually done a Zoom call, haven't we? And I've got to learn about Diane, and also, what even inspires me even more is that she is like a grandma to all of us, right, Diane? Am I
right.
right to say that?
Exactly.
Yeah. She's like
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
grandma to all of us, and she's not let that stop her from pushing herself or launching her business, or showing up for her business, or even signing up for the VIP. Some people might say, okay, it's not for me, I'm too old or whatever, give themselves reasons. But Diane hasn't done that. She celebrated, am I right? Am I okay to say 75? Is it
That
75? Yeah, she
absolutely.
celebrated
Absolutely.
75. Yeah, 75 last month in July.
Yes.
So amazing, amazing. And when I spoke with her on our call, on a one-on-one call, I got to learn more about her business. So Diane, I'm going to let you talk about your work, your life's journey, and what you've done, and what height has brought you far, to this point.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, I'm just going to say thank you, thank you, thank you for accepting me in the membership. That's number one. I have some notes in front of me so that because I want to make sure that I'm clear and I want to make sure that I get all the information out that's so important for how my journey started and where I am at this point. So I think this particular community is something that I was really surprised to see. I've never seen a community like this, number one. And I think it was essential. I think it was really essential that we learn as much as we can because learning is actually for everyone. And I'll get into that again. Oh, um, so Sita, with your how you organized us when we joined, it was so incredible. You told us what to expect, that you wanted us to participate. I was also introduced in a professional setting. It was so gorgeous. I don't know where you found that photo, but that is a old photo of me too. But it's one of my favorites. So I don't know how you
Oh,
found. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how you found it. That's when you shared that. That was I was presented to the group officially, and it was really amazing. Um, it was no brainer after I saw that. It's time to make this investment. So I made the investment right away, and the annual investment and the VIP. So that's that's my opening. Okay. So let me continue. I want to say that I have adopted this saying, and this is the saying that I'm going to tell. What I'm going to say to you now is something that I really believe, and it's something that you have presented to be in your work. So here it is. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's how I feel about you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, so, um, so 3 years ago, I started a Facebook group, a community. Currently, I still have that community, and it's been I've only have like 30 members, and some of them are family members in my group. I'm not. I'm ready to grow it, and I want more diverse groups there, people there, and I need your help. Okay, so that's another reason that I was really needing to join this group. Oh, let's see. I can talk a little bit about challenges because at this point I made a commitment to actually grow the group with 20 members weekly. Okay, so I didn't quite get there. They were coming in one at a time, so it never got to 20 more members. Let's see. I said on our Zoom call that we had.
Yeah.
I think we talked about a little bit about my family and friends group that I've had for years, because they have like 750 members.
Yeah.
In that group, and I just don't know how to bring them, invite them aboard with what I'm trying to do at this point. And I was wondering if we might be able to revisit that.
Oh, yes, yes, we can revisit it. So what we talked about was we looked at, Diane's journey is that Diane has always worked with young ladies who were moms, single moms, single girls who have given birth. And Diane, that's her own story also. And, she has a passion to help young females who are single moms, who have just got pregnant and they have no support. And she has been doing that for, I would say, almost 50 years. Yeah.
Yes. And and I'll talk a little bit about that later on. But I just want to say that before I retired, that's the last group that I was working with.
Yeah. So she's been working with her. When we talked about her story, being a young lady who had a child and no support, and being able to achieve all that she's achieved, she began to start supporting young people who are probably in the same situation as herself. So she has a family and friends group that's about 700 members, and then she has this business group where she wants to support women and just help them in developing themselves and just assuring them that, you can do it. It doesn't matter what life presents to you, you're able to still make it. And so we talked about how she can get people in her family and friends group to support her in the new group, in the new business group, so she can do that. So you're not going to force them, but anybody who wants to support you will support you in the new group, and that will start to create some traction in your group. Yeah, but it is possible. She needed to change the name of her group, like took it a little bit, change the banner of her group, took it a little bit, and And yes, Diane, we are going to have another call where we can fix all that, for you and help you do that. But one of the key reasons I wanted Diane to be here is because I wanted her to inspire anyone who is saying to themselves, I'm 60 years old, I can't do this. I'm 70 years old, I can't do this. But here's Diane, she's 75, and she still has a passion to help people. And she's growing her Facebook group, and she signed up for the membership, and she's very, very involved. She invited people to join the group. She's very, very involved. And so it doesn't stop you. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. You just have to say yes to yourself. When you say yes to yourself, then you just have to take that one step every day after you've said yes to yourself. So that was one of the key things. I really wanted Diane to come and share her story. She's taking that step to move herself away from. There's some comments. Let me see what the comments are. Oh, so that's Nettie. Nettie is saying, that's awesome, Diane. Well done. Keep the passion alive. So Nettie is saying, well done. And we're going to be bringing Nettie up actually soon as our second guest. But Diane, do you have anything you want to say to the audience who are watching?
Oh, yeah. A couple more things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say that now, since I founded Unleashed Women, I can imagine a new name change for my Facebook community. I'm actually going to make that name change pretty quickly. And as you said, I have received more traction.
Okay.
I have received more traction since I was able to confidently write and post my value proposition.
Oh, yes, we did talk about doing a reel and then introducing yourself on your post, didn't we?
Right. So, and I couldn't imagine that that it took 3 years, but it works. It really works. So, and that part of that is because of our Zoom call, that clarity call we had.
Yeah.
So so I have been gaining some traction. And the other thing I want to say, my learning style is hands-on. Basically, it's hands-on. It's independent. And my learning style is being open and doing things as a doer. Okay, your leadership, I want to tell you, is so natural.
Thank you.
It's totally natural, and it's easy to talk to you. It's natural in your words and your deeds. And I want to make sure I gave you your due, because you're a doer as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and then the other thing I want to say is, when I retired in 2015, I retired at 30 years in public education. The best job I could have ever had, and I had no idea that I was going to teach at that time. But once again, I had some role models, women role models that actually helped to grow me, through the years that I had in teaching. I was fascinated by my growth and the development that I went through. Because I have to say this, I get kind of emotional, but I have to say that because I aspire to be the people I want to be like. So this new excitement is creating, my new excitement that I want to do is create a framework, a signature framework, a future ready model, so that I can help other, as you said earlier, women and other women in our in not only my generation, but also in the generation that's coming up, because we need to be future ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so glad, that you showed up. I knew you would anyway. You've been giving me a nudge, like, what time is it? What time is it? So I knew you would, you wouldn't miss it out. And so we have Nettie. So I'm going to bring Nettie up. Thank you very much, Diane. Thank you.
Sure. It's my
We'll
pleasure.
catch up with the VIP area, okay? And
Okay.
I'll look at all the things. I'm happy to hear that, you've got traction from the post that you did. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you. And I'm
Okay.
going to bring Nettie up, okay? Bye
Okay.
for now. Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Nettie.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yay. Looking forward to it. What a wonderful interview with Diane. Nice.
I know. She inspired me so
Joy.
much. Well, yeah, when we had a Zoom call, I felt so inspired by her, and her journey and all the things that she had achieved in her life, and the fact that, she's not saying, "Oh, I'm retired. I don't want to do anything." She's still motivated, and she really wants to support women. And she's just an amazing woman. Yeah.
Mm, awesome.
Okay, so Nettie, I know you're one of the newest, well, not so new because the other people have joined after you, but you're one of the newest members of the VIP. I
I
just
am.
would like you to introduce yourself, what you do. I know you're into money mindset, but I want you to just tell the audience who you are, what you've done, and yes, let's just hear from you.
Thank you, Sida. Firstly, it's a privilege to come on and to share this space with you and your audience. I really just want to say a bit of gratitude up front for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to share who I am, what I do, and really why I'm connected to you now. Oh, it's great. Anyway, I can't wait to tell you. But for those of you who are watching behind the scenes, you want to go invite someone to tune into this right now. As Sida said, I can only see 3 people on. So where are all those women that need to be here?
Oh, what happened? I think I did the Ask Everyone quite late, but they do catch up. So you get to see all the conversations later in the group. Yes, they do catch up. Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. So who am I? My name is Nettie Bryan, and I'm a woman of faith, and in terms of my business, I specialize right now in, supporting women of faith first, female entrepreneurs, coaches, and I like to call them escapee career professionals. Those women who are just like, I've given all my blood, sweat, and tears to the corporate world, and it's my time now. So I love to support them to turn their God-given gifts into fruitful business services. And how I do that is I help them to package up their expertise. I heard Diane talking about her signature frameworks. So that is the basis of what we do. We help you to, turn your expertise into a framework that you can serve and sell to your soul aligned ideal clients. That's one thing that we do. And really the other things that we sort of help you to do as well is around charging what you're worth. As we know, women and money, we always have emotions that go with it. So we really help you to up level your state of mind around money and develop what I like to term $1 million state of mind. In the first instance, but not only that, but also to know that you can brand your brilliance and you can start to charge what you're worth, as well as creating high-end packages that are, fulfilling for you to deliver, but also fulfilling for a client to receive from your expertise in the way that we teach you how to package those up. And with all of that, as I mentioned before, I mostly serve women of faith. It's really about giving them the confidence that they need to know that they can serve out of their God-given gifts without worrying about charging for them. And that is a big thing that we really try and help, in terms of mindset, women to overcome. Because I have this saying, Sida, and it says, when good women and godly women get money, then great things can happen in the world. And that's what I'm all about here,
Absolutely.
to train, edify, equip, and release, women into the marketplace so that they can go out and fulfill their divine purpose that they were created to do on the earth. So that's what I love.
Amen. I have to say amen to that. So the topic today is, how do we find good groups to do business? So how do you normally find good groups, Facebook groups for business?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Thank you, Sida. So, of course, my niche, first you have to know your niche, because some of the problems that I find is that most of the time I'm working with people, they tend to go to every group because they've just got women in it, or they've just got a certain type of person in it. But the key thing is finding good groups. In terms of what I've done in my own personal journey, is to be really quite strategic about the type of group that I'm searching for, because not every and any group that's out there will have the right type of people in it that you can serve with your knowledge and your expertise, or give value in that group. So you have to know that there is some connection. You've got to know that, when you enter into a group to join it as a participant, that it's not just going in there to kind of, get type of mentality, but you need to also go with a giving mentality as well. So in terms of finding groups, because there's hundreds out there, you have to use the tools that Facebook give us. There is a little search bar, isn't there, at the top left hand of Facebook, and it gives you the opportunity to type in the thing that you are looking for. So it's all about the right type of keywords. It's really about the keywords that you are looking for. So, for example, if I was looking to join Christian groups, and I would type the word Christian group, I would type the word Christian entrepreneur or Christian businesswoman or something like that. If I was looking for a marketing group, I would type the word, marketing group, or being very, very specific about the keyword that I put in. And then, of course, once you go into the group, you have to abide by the rules, that are in the group. Make sure that you are a good citizen in the group. You know what I'm saying? A good member of that group as well. So all these things are, because we get some people coming into groups, right? Sida, you've got a huge group that are just not a good citizen, right?
Yeah.
And you have to either reprimand them or boot them out. So it's just about being mindful about the types of groups that you are searching for, the types of groups that you want to sit in, but also not just joining lots and lots and lots of groups, because it can get so overwhelming. I think that would be the key thing there.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing. I really wanted Nettie to say how she finds groups, and then now I can add my own tips to it on how you find a good group to join. So first of all, like she said, you need to use the keyword, and find a group for your niche that will serve your business. Then also you have to also check how, if they're engaged, if the group is engaged. A group that is good for you is one that is bringing in at least 20 people every week. A minimum of 20 people, 20 new members every week. So what you do is click on the name of the group, and then you look at, Facebook will let you look at the history of the group. So you can see from the history of the group how many people have joined the group in the last week. And then you also want to notice that at least there is like 15 to 20 engagements in the last month. So if a group has only one post in the one whole month, it's not an engaged group. Nothing is happening inside. So there's no point even joining the group, because nothing is happening inside. So you want a group that when you search the name of the group and you check the history of the group, you can see that a minimum of 20 people are joining the group every week. And then there's activity, the group is engaged. You want a group that is not just the admin that is posting, but that admin also allows its members, conversation is going on. If it's just one person every week posting, it's most likely that it's just the admin that is posting. But when you have more than maybe 15 to 20 engagement or comments in the group, then that the group is active and the people in the group are allowed to post, some kind of engagement is going on, maybe trainings, So you always want to find a group that is active, because you want to be able to engage with the members and connect with the members And then you also want to check the rules of the game, the group. So every group has, Nettie's already mentioned that you need to be, check the rules of the group to see if it's a group that allows what you want to do with the group, or the kind of, results you want from the group. Okay. And when you join a group, it's not just about you promoting, it's about you connecting with people. That's how you find clients. There are people who have joined my group and have found jobs in my group just by
Brilliant.
connecting. Yeah, just by connecting with
That's
people.
brilliant.
So you want to connect with people. It's not like, I'm not saying spam people or DMing people, just having conversations. Somebody may ask a question and you respond to that question. Genuinely respond to that question. And you don't know if your answer is going to make that person say, I need your service. I need you to help me. Can you help me? You just never know. So engage in a group. Yeah, engage in a group. You find a good group, but you also want to be a player. You want to go in there and you also want to engage. You want to contribute. You want to, like I told Diane, share something of value and you see traction. And now she's confirmed that she did what I said and she's seeing traction. So don't go in there and just say, I want to promote my service. Buy this from me, buy that from me. You don't join a group and start promoting. You join a good offering value, and then you start offering value, understanding the group, then you find more people will gravitate towards your profile and want to get to know more about you. Okay, so that's just quick tips on how you find a good group. Nettie's already given us the key point is keywords. And then when you find the group, engaging in the group, and then getting your customers engaged in the group. Everything's about engaging. It's not, like Nettie said, my group is large, and oh my God, people just join the group and the next thing is promote. They just start throwing it. And I keep wondering, like, oh my God, did they even read the welcome posts? Did they read the descriptions in the group? And they just start promoting videos, or all sorts of things, cooking, all sorts of things. There's nothing that is not posted. And
where's the value? The value.
I know. And if it wasn't that we actually do vet everything that goes on the wall would be like, all sorts of things would be on the wall. So just take time, understand whatever group you're in, and engage in the group, get to know about the group. Okay. So Nettie,
yes,
you've been in coaching for like 20 something years, right? Or maybe even more than that.
So I've been in coaching for about 10, but I've been running my own business for 14. Prior to that, my professional, degrees and things is in social care, so health and social care. And then I run my own training and development, business thereafter, and did, a bit of work around restorative practice. And then in about 2013, I came across a book by a man called Andy Harrington, and it was called Passion into Profit.
Andy,
I read that book. I read that book. And okay, lovely. So I read that book, and I was in public sector services. So I wasn't entrepreneurial at this point, and then I was like, wow, blown away by it. Okay, and that was kind of my first step into the business kind of coaching world, and I sat under his tutelage for a good few years, around 5-6 years. And then I became a coach in his business, and I am a trainer now in his business, as well as running my own academy. And it's just opened up my eyes to so much of value that I can bring to this world. And so when I started my business, I was doing really, really well, doing face-to-face training initially. And then, of course, in 2020, the pandemic hit, and everyone was like, wow, what am I going to do now? Because Boris Johnson shut the whole country down, and it was like, well, what do I do? What do I do? So at that point, I had to make a quick decision. I got in the closet and I was like, Lord God, what am I going to do right now? Because I can't do what I was doing beforehand, because we just couldn't do face-to-face social care work or training and things like that. So then I attended a 5-day challenge online from a mentor in America. Her name was Kendall. And after that, I signed up to a program because I had to make a quick decision as to, I needed to keep my business going. I needed to keep income coming in. And she was certifying coaches at this point. So I joined her program and literally blitzed it within 6 to 8 weeks. You know, I certified as a money breakthrough business coach, and that was in 2020. So that's when my business pivoted. And I've been doing that ever since. And, you know, in 2 years, the strategy of start, because I've never had a Facebook group before. I had one for church, you know, but I didn't have one for business. And that's when I first started to understand the power of a Facebook group. But it took me a very long time to grow it. So I joined another program, paid an inordinate amount of money, made some money, but not, the group wasn't growing. So that's the problem I had, you know. And then I have another colleague who is in your group as well. Can I say who? Tracy. And it was Avina who actually introduced me to you. So thank you, Avina, for introducing me to Sida and saying all these wonderful things. And Tracy's results were like, oh my goodness. And I was blown away by these results. And I was like, there's got to be something about this woman, right? Let me go check her out. Then I decided to check out your profile, sat for a little while behind the scenes, and I thought, she's up to something. And exactly what you said, Sida, is looking at the activity, right? I looked at the activity, I watched you for a week, and I was like, another 1,000 people, another 100 people. And I looked at Tracy's group, another 200 people, another, and then a group, another 400. I was like, whoa, there's got to be something in this, right? I need to get on the program. So it was a no-brainer. I was like, okay, there's my little group been struggling for however long. I'm like, there's something going on here, you know. Either they're buying people in the group or she's real. And I think, you know, the proof is in the pudding. I've seen the results for myself. And that was the reason why I decided to join the VIP membership. That was the real reason, because I knew that if you could do it for them and support them with your strategies, I mean, I have a lot of knowledge about Facebook groups, but there was just something that was a bottleneck. So it's about, what is that bottleneck? How can I shift my mindset, you know? And I know that you've helped a lot of women to be able to do that so that they can get in the right mindset to draw the attention and attract the right people to them. And it's just been amazing. So I can't really wait to start this journey, because I've got another testimony.
We haven't had our call yet. And
we've been trying.
Yeah, I know. We will have our call. Yeah. So usually what I do with the VIP members, for those who are wondering, is that I like to have a strategy call with them, you know, just to understand their journey, where they're heading, and how I can help them, and, you know, growth around their group, you know, even their offers sometimes. And the few people I've had calls with, you know, Evie was here yesterday, and, you know, lovely. You can see how her group is doing very well now. And Tracy's a good example also, whose group is doing very well. And Diane also, you know, be hearing. There's another lady who's doing really well, you know, her group is also doing very well. But I always like to have those conversations, because it also helps me to get to know the members. It's not just people signing up for my program and I don't know who they are. I want to know who they are so that I can support them. You know, if I see something, I want to know that they're my member. Like if you sign up for me and I just know the name, and I don't know anything about you, I just feel like I think I should know a little about you, you know, and I can just guide you and support you. If I see you in any other space, I can always support you. So I know we haven't had our call. We are going to have our call so that I can understand. You know, I didn't know you work with women of faith, and I think it's a very good niche. It's a, you know, it's a really brilliant niche, and what you do for women of faith. Also because, you know, church doesn't teach us. We are taught to give. Okay, in church. But when it comes to accepting money, we're not taught to accept money for our service. You know, so church, you know, faith-based women struggle with taking money, accepting money for their service. They rather do it as a charity, because we've been groomed to do everything for charity. So your work is really important, because, you know, you're helping faith-based women to understand that, yes, you can, you know, accept, you know, high tickets for your coaching service or service. Oh yeah, you can accept high tickets, and it's not a sin. That's right. And it's not a sin, you know. Yeah, you don't have to feel guilty about it. You know, whether you want to do low, mid ticket, whatever it is, it's okay to accept money for your service. So what the work you're doing is a brilliant work to help women,
Thank you.
to understand money and to accept money. So thank you so much, Yeti and Nettie. And I wanted to say, why did you choose the VIP? But you've already mentioned that why you chose the VIP.
Okay.
And also, what has been your experience? Because I know you haven't been around for too long, but what has been your experience so far in the short? I think you've been around for maybe 2 weeks or so, maybe about
I
2
think
weeks.
literally a fortnight, and thank you, and a week about I've been away because I had my own challenge last week. I went into my birthday, so I haven't even really been that active, but I can share my experience so far. For those of you who are on the outside and you're thinking, actually, I'm thinking about this membership, but later on, of course, when the offer's open again, the experience is very welcoming. Sida, even though we haven't spoken, we've been connecting in DMs. She's very, very responsive. She is an expert at what she does. I'm someone who draws expertise out of people, and I can already see, she's very skilled at what she does, and the guidance that she can give anybody that is thinking of growing a group and monetize, not just growing it by numbers, but monetizing it, because that's ultimately we're here. And if you've been someone that's, currently been using your Facebook as a, family pictures and all of those different things, you kind of need to change your mindset, and she'll help you to understand how you can use it as the first point in your lead generation strategy. And I think that's really a key thing there. You're full of wisdom. You gave us some golden nuggets even just a moment ago of certain things to look out for when you want to join a group. That's just the beginning, because when you come on the inside, there are so much more nuggets that she has that's going to help you and push you forward on your group growth journey. And that's the reason why I love the membership. The people that she's chosen and allowed, because even I have this premise, and I think you are kind of the same, just because I've got pounds, it doesn't mean to say that I'm going to be the right person or people inside of the group.
Yeah.
So she's choosing people that have a synergistic like-mindedness within them to support each other. Because, when I join a group, I'm a very much a relationship-based coach. I do relationship-based sales and things like that. Okay. So it's so important that you pick the right kind of people that are going to give the right vibe in your community. And I think you do that very, very well, because it's hard, as you mentioned, to filter the amount of people, because you mentioned a man, didn't you, earlier? He's like, how did he get in the group? Do you know what I mean? So it's so difficult to keep an eye and to manage such a vast amount of people. So Sida, I believe, will support you even if you're brand new, you have no idea about Facebook groups. She's always there. She's responsive in messengers. She answers questions. She gives you, in other programs that I've joined, I've not had a one-to-one with the group owner. So that for me is something unique about what she does. She offers her services. And, ultimately, if you feel like it's a great fit, then of course there's more that you can learn from her and her business as well. So the group membership is just one part of it. And actually, when you think about, taking on board the strategies and implementing them, and you don't get results, trust me, I know she's going to be on your case. How, what did you not follow? What did you, and I know this about you already. I'm a good discerner of people. Giving me the spirit of discernment. I want to just say that it's a privilege for me to be in here, and as I say, I do want to come back in maybe 3 months' time, and after we've had this conversation and we'll give some good results as to how I've implemented all the strategies that I'm going to be learning from you, because this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg, I know.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nettie. Thank you very much. And yes, if anyone is listening, I do try to give up my time. Yes, like I'm in 9 different memberships, and if honestly, I don't think people actually spend time to like touch base with you or correct you when you're if you're not doing your post well. They don't even correct you, they don't guide you. But I can't see someone not posting wrongly and not and doing it wrongly, and I'll just keep quiet, because I feel they're in my space and I should guide them. It's not about the paying money. And the truth is, how much is the membership really? So it's not a lot of money. If I wanted to do high tickets for my service and the time I put in, it would be so much more than that. But it's my own way of helping and supporting and giving back. And if they do well, then they can afford my high ticket. They can afford my high ticket, So exactly, if they do well, they start posting well, start getting traction, start making money, then yes, they'll be able to afford my high ticket. But if I don't if I don't guide them on what to do, the right way to do it, then they would just give up or something like that. So let's say comment. I don't know who's made the comment. So memberships to grow your Facebook group is the way to go. It is the way to go, really, to grow your Facebook group fast, but not just grow your Facebook group, but to grow your Facebook group with the right people in your group. Yes. So you don't want to just grow it fast and just have too many people. You want the right people in your group. And to round it off, because I'm looking at time, there are people who are brick and mortar. Maybe they are designers. You're not a coach. You're not a consultant. You actually sell products and services. I was saying this to someone in a clarity call. You can still have a Facebook group, okay? Even if you sell products. But now you're building this community for people who are your customers. They love your product. So you now attract, drive them to a community, a Facebook group. And it could also be your email list if you don't want to have a Facebook group. But the thing about Facebook group is that if you have a new product coming in and you put a photograph of that product in your group and say, this is coming in next week, they would invite their friends into the group quite quickly and say, oh, there's this lovely verse that's coming that I think you would like it. So they can just invite their friends into your group to see that product that is coming in. And that way you're making more sales. So you grow that community, for your customers, and they will grow the community for you because you're providing value. You use that community as a way to give them an update of what's coming from your manufacturer. Or if you let's say you crochet things, you can say, I'm knitting this, I'm crocheting this sweater, and they can see the progress of it. And before you're done, someone has bought it. Okay, so don't think that Facebook groups are only for coaches, consultants, and mentors. Facebook groups can be used for any niche, literally sports people, artists, VAs. Facebook groups can be used for any niche. Okay, so start thinking out of the box about how you can start building community. So when we're saying Facebook groups, we're talking about community. Someone's asked a question, do you prefer communities outside of Facebook or in Facebook? My response to that is, why am I going to take people out of Facebook when Facebook has billions of people? I'm in programs where they build their communities outside of Facebook. Now, the reason people are doing that is because they say they don't want people to steal their members. They don't want people, you don't really own anybody, really. So even if you create a community, exactly, if you create a community outside of Facebook, they're still going to be in Facebook engaging with other people who signed up for your program. So I wouldn't take anyone out of Facebook. I will keep them in Facebook because it's easier to grow that hub. There are like 2-point-something billion people on Facebook. I won't want to take anybody else. So that's my own opinion about it. I mean, there are people who prefer to take people out of Facebook, but I would keep them in Facebook. But build your mailing list. So while I'm saying keep people in Facebook, build your mailing list because that's what you own, really. You don't own the group. Facebook can go down tomorrow and you lose everything, okay? So you want to have your mailing list. If you're not building your mailing list, start thinking about it. I did a consultation with someone. They don't have a way to collect emails from their members. So you need to find a way, to collect emails, and then you start to build your mailing list. It's really, really important. The money is in the list and it's in the follow-up. If you ever heard that, it's in the list and it's in the follow-up. So try to grow your mailing list. Nettie, have you got like one last word for the viewers before we go?
Yeah, I think that what I would like to say to you is, thank you for sharing what you just shared there. But if you are struggling with the tech, because sometimes tech is something that puts people off of starting a group, How am I going to manage it? What do I do? How do I start it, etc.? You just mentioned something around the ability to collect their email addresses. That I want to be, it's my birthday this week. It was my birthday this week, so I want to give a gift
happy
if I
birthday.
can. Thank you very much. To your audience, and it's a free piece of software that will help you to collect those email addresses. So Sida, if I liaise with you about that, and then you can share that inside of your group if you want, for your audience or for anyone that's tuning into the live stream right now. And it's a free gift that will allow you to actually collect the answers and share, you know, the email addresses so that you can keep them in a database. All right. But finally, if you haven't started a Facebook group yet, I think number one, it's one of the quickest ways to grow an audience around your product or your services, Sid has just mentioned. Secondly, you know, if you're someone who is just starting out in your business and you don't have a lot of money to throw into ads and you prefer not to give marks to convert your pounds, then a Facebook group is the way to go. And, you know, they are providing us more facilities and more usability inside the Facebook group so that, you know, we can start to engage a little bit more. So don't be shy, don't be afraid. You know, if you've got something that you want to share with the world, whether it's a product or a service, a Facebook group and a community around what you're doing is definitely the way to go. I found great value over the last 3 years, 2.5 years that I've had a Facebook group. You know, I've been running a 6-figure group for the last 2 years. You know, God's willing, thank God for that. But I want to grow more reach, only because what I know I've got to share with the world is so valuable. It's not because I want to make a name for me, but because the word inside me needs to get out. That's the reason, you know, so you have to have the right motive, you know, for wanting to grow your group as well. I think if I'm going to leave you anything, I think that's it. So it's not about it's not about the income, but the impact, and then the income will come as a result.
Exactly. Thank you so much. That's very good word. Thank you very much, Nettie. And thank you for everyone who's been on this live, like 5 days stretch. Well done, everyone, for joining, for watching the replays, for commenting, and those who joined the VIP this, you know, 4 days, you know, have a few people who joined. Thank you so much. I'll be setting you up in, you know, I'm going to try and rest tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to rest. And on Monday, I'll do all the setting up for everyone and grant you access to the training portal. So thank you so much. And I look forward to, you know, I've really enjoyed it. So I'll probably be doing some more. It probably won't be a 5 days stretch, but I will continue to do more live streams, teaching live streams where I teach people, you know, things about, because Facebook has lots about Facebook, you know, the professional mode, monetizing. There's so many things you can do with Facebook. So I would like to share all that with you guys. And thank you so much. And everyone who invited friends, thank you. The graphic designer, thank you. And all the VIP members, thank you. And I'll see you on the next live stream. Take care and God bless. Thank you, Nettie. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.